with it. Cedar closet in here. That's kind of a selling point. And then a pull down, something with the crawl space here. So we like, what are we doing in here? Not a whole lot. These are nice to have. But this we would probably take off and wood putty this. Maybe we put a cover plate over here, is what it would be. There's a brass one with a screw, and it just tightens up. And then we would call that a day. That's the type of stuff where the van on the punch list, so chances are the punch list are going to have either a nice big truck or they're going to have a van. And I don't recommend the minivan that I have to put in the amount of tile that I have, because that thing's like, that's a lowrider right now. All right. So there's been leaks here before. There's probably going to be leaks again until the whole thing's replaced. We may want to just do an access panel downstairs and not even play around with that patch job. But we'll get back to you on that. Pretty much assume that is old. What we're doing now is we're pulling them down and we're checking the dates on them. And if they're within a certain age, we're just not using them anymore. 2007.
Take it out.
Thank you. And that's not take it out and use it again. That's not even leave it. That is like, dude, we don't want anybody using this thing. No offense. Maybe there's some parts in it that somebody else could use, but not to protect your family from a fire. Now, I just did that, so paint prep, we could take this down and we would mount it our way. Or maybe we leave it. So that's up to what's called so this is Rasheen, this is the working foreman on this job. And him and I right now are yin and yang getting connected on the job because I'm Rob, I'm the field manager. I'm a working field manager. Okay, what's this? Is this loose? Yeah. Totally loose. Pretty soon that's going to break. So we will set that here. It's going to need some love to put this back. That is a punch list item done early in the game. The tub. The tub is rust. You cannot clean that out. The rest is not too bad. This is the old style. We replace these with the one piece, but then you have to either tile or redo this. So as long as it works, it's fine. But we are going to let the client know. The danger with these is, yeah, I know it's like $400 or $500 to replace these when you're using good parts and that's all you're doing in the house. So it's less expensive to do it all together. Because this is a hot, then there's a cold. Did we say the water was off? I forget. Was the water off?
I think it's going. No, it's on.
Okay, so maybe it's off somewhere to here. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's turned off and that access panel back there because it's leaking.
Ah, maybe it is. So that flashlight would come in handy here. I'm not going to start turning those just yet, but we're going to, like, we're going to, you know, we have an eye on that now. That's a variable.
Well, if you look at the spot in the ceiling downstairs and where that's at, and the water ain't coming out there, which means that turns it off, that's probably where it came.
They're definitely connected. Like, they're totally, absolutely 100% connected. We just don't know if it's an active leak. Why is the water off? What color are we doing this bathroom? Is this staying or not? What's behind the wall? We don't know. Why'd they put it up there? It's yellow. I don't know. Do we have another one in inventory that we could put something better? Or do I not want anything here because maybe it's going to fall down? This is a newer sink. And now it's just left there. Okay. Yeah, here's the gap. This is the kind of stuff we deal with. When you're doing new construction, you don't deal with these challenges as much. You deal with different challenges. Now, this is wood. It's a wood cabinet, so we appreciate that. We'll clean this up. We'll tighten this up. I recommend figuring out something here. Even something, you know. But that takes time. You got to pop off this. You got to cut that. Then this is too long. What do you use here? Well, that's where we're going to get together. We start masterminding, and then whoever's going to fix that can watch the video ahead of time. So that's cool. Medicine cabinet. It opens up that way. Nothing's in it. But like, we'll get a call at Rentwell if we didn't know that opened up, right? And then there's a pube there and like some old lip gloss. We get the call that says, they didn't clean my apartment. Kid you not. Not all the times, but it can happen. Is this dude batshit crazy? Yeah. Fucking do this long. Oh, you do this long enough. And you'll either get crazy or you'll get wealthy. Or a bit of both. Okay. Carpets are scaring me up here, guys. The carpets are scaring me. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not having baby Faith crawl around on these. But if I vacuumed them, that's one thing. But to me, it's like cut the room in half, roll this thing out, get the dust out, get all the stuff out, get it down to the hardwoods. Now, if you do hardwoods, you need to account for quarter round. So I bet you we do enough of these houses, we could know about how much quarter round, and then we can have that in inventory as well. So the dimensions of all the rooms would tell us the quarter round. This door needs to get painted. Probably all the doors need to get painted. What's nice about our flat rate pricing is that we can literally build this up. We can build this up in chunks. We can take it down in chunks. It's great. But then some things, like, look, this is just shooting a nail into it, a little bit of glue behind there, caulk, and we're done. That's a phase one prep. Like, we wouldn't rip this off. This is just like, I'm not going to say anything. I don't need to say anything. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. Old telephone jack. Closet. Blue paint. ABCs. 1, 2, 3s. Somebody started out saying, I'm going to do this train. And we got one other car. But it's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. That's cool. Another window here. Mike's doing the windows. Neighborhood. Some train tracks. Some like, how do we get this off? I know if we try to, like, how do you get it off without damaging the window? Really, the glass. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Ceiling fan. Oh, this is cool. We had the theme there. So let's pause the video. We're at 22 minutes. We've done the first floor and the second floor. So let's do, there's 1 room, 2 rooms in the hallway, 3 rooms with this hallway, if you count it like that, 4 in the bathroom, 5, 6, 7, plus the kitchen. There's usually about 10 rooms in a house that we're painting. Sometimes we're doing ceiling, sometimes we're not. Then it's what goes on the ceiling, what goes on the wall, what goes on the trim, how much prep work is needed. Because at a certain point, we could just bill for a phase 1, how many hours we were there, bill for a phase 2, bill for a phase 3. Phase 4 is paint. We have our flat rate, so the faster we get at painting, the more money the field manager and his crew can make. Keep it under a budget. Then we recycle paint, we reuse some stuff, we stretch it, and that's where the flat rate pricing comes in. And that's an advantage. Then 5 is the flooring. Okay? And then 6 is the final cleaning, put it all back together. We could have this house ready in 72 hours if we needed to. If we needed to, we could totally have this ready in 72 hours. When I'm leaning towards, when I see carpets like this, I'm leaning towards getting a sprayer, getting a good prep, getting some plastic on these windows, and Jerry's dad passed away. So he's our sprayer technician. So we'll do the certification so other guys can learn how to spray. And then we're more versatile that way. And instead of us buying 5 cheap sprayers, maybe we buy 2 really good ones, and then we rotate them between everything. All right. Next on the windows. Rasheem's soaking it in.
Soaking it in.
I'm learning. All right.